Hi everyone, welcome to Hi Hello English. In the previous videos, we have given you an overview of all the modules of OET. From today onwards, we are going to present you with specifics wherein we will present you with easily understandable lessons. We will also provide you with a lot of examples for better appreciation and understanding, and these could also be used in the test provided a similar situation is given to you. So today, let's look at the introductory paragraph in OET writing. The writing task of OET is to write a letter to another healthcare professional stating the requirement in order to ensure a smooth transition of care. The first paragraph or the introductory paragraph should clearly mention the purpose of the letter in brief. It should introduce the patient and state why you are writing in the letter, the major complaints or the diagnosis or the treatment, and the present status of the patient's condition which calls for reader's intervention. The general format is as shown here. Let's break this into first sentence and second sentence for easy understanding. Let's start with the first sentence and how we can fit them in some of the situations. In the first scenario, a patient comes to you with a disease condition which needs to be further attended by another healthcare professional who is a specialist in the field. Let's look at the samples. The first one, I am writing to refer Mr., Miss, Mrs. and the surname, who is presenting with signs and symptoms suggestive of early stages of Alzheimer's disease. And the next one, I am writing to refer so-and-so, who has features consistent with dementia. I am writing to refer so-and-so, who needs urgent admission to your hospital due to severe stomach pain. I am writing to refer so-and-so, who is suspected to have colon cancer. I am writing to refer so-and-so, who has been suffering from multiple age-related health problems. Now, the key point to remember here is that the tense used here is present tense, as a patient still has the symptom and it has to be attended. Do remember this so that whenever you write, you can write it correctly. In the next scenario, you're writing about a patient who was hospitalized and is now ready for discharge. Let's look at some of the samples for such a scenario. The first one, I'm writing with regard to Mr., Miss, Mrs. and then the surname, who was admitted with the diagnosis of acute bronchitis or who was admitted and was diagnosed with dementia. The next one, I'm writing with regard to so-and-so, who was admitted to undergo liver transplant or who was admitted for liver transplant surgery. In case if it is required to tell about the reason for admission in the introductory paragraph, you can begin like, I'm writing with regard to Mr., Miss, Mrs., then the surname comes, who was admitted on the 29th of August with a diagnosis of right rotator cuff tear following a fall while descending stairs. I'm writing with regard to so-and-so, a drug addict who was admitted to a hospital with a fracture of the left elbow following an accident. The key point to remember here is that when you're talking about the patient's condition at the time of his or her admission, it should be in past tense. Now that we have finished with the first sentence, let's look at the general format of the second sentence, which is shown here. But how do we apply this in actual situations? Let's look at some of the real life samples. The first one, he or she is being discharged today but requires your further ongoing care and support. The next, he or she is being discharged today back into your care. Another one, he or she is being discharged today but will require your assistance to resume his or her daily routines. The next one, he or she is scheduled to be discharged today but requires home visits by Blue Nursing Service to help him resume his daily routines. Another one, he or she is being transferred to a facility for rehabilitative care and support. And another one, he requires a home visit by you to educate him on diabetes management to reduce the risk of a future diabetic emergency following his discharge today. Now that we have seen both the sentences separately, let's see how it looks when we combine it and make a complete introductory paragraph. So I'm sure that after having seen the introductory paragraph, so many of the examples, you should be able to do it comfortably. And that takes us to the end of the session. We will catch up next week with the second paragraph. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.